What are the least reliable cars you can buy? In this video, I'm going to tell you. CarWow has teamed up with leading UK aftermarket warranty provider WarrantyWise to analyse the reliability of more than 200 different models of used cars. To do this, they looked at all the cars on their books, but discounted models where there were less than 100 warranty plans to ensure a fair sample size. Also, only vehicles less than 10 years old were included. Obviously, none of the cars included in this survey had any of their manufacturer's warranty remaining. After all, you'd only buy an aftermarket warranty once the manufacturer's has run out. WarrantyWise then analysed their data to determine a reliability index for each car. They also recorded the age and mileage of cars when they did go wrong, the average cost per repair and the time it took to fix them. They used that data to give each car a score out of 100. The lower the score, the less reliable the car is. And now I'm going to reveal the 15 cars that got the lowest scores. I'm Matt Watson and you're watching CarWow. Buy, sell, CarWow. The 15th most unreliable car on the list is the Tesla Model S with a score of 33.5 out of 100. Yes, it's packed with technology, but it seems like some of that tech likes to go wrong, especially when you consider that the most common issue, according to WarrantyWise, was an electrical fault. Specifically, it was a fault with the central locking system. I've actually experienced this exact problem in a Tesla Model S for myself, and according to WarrantyWise, the average cost to fix it is £1,003.
It wasn't looking like I was going to be able to do anything, as the Model S had started to throw a wobbly.
I can't turn it on. Unlock required. It sounds like a lot, but it's much less than the most expensive repair WarrantyWise had to pay for.
That was £4,401 for a suspension issue. In 14th place is the previous generation Ford Ranger pickup truck, which scored 33.4 out of 100. These trucks are pretty tough. I've tested a few Ford Rangers in off-road battles and tug-of-wars, and nothing's ever broken or fallen off. But then WarrantyWise found that the most common fault with this pickup truck was the exhaust gas recirculation valve. When this breaks or gets blocked, it affects the engine's performance and means it produces more emissions. Fixing the issue costs £1,246 on average.
The most expensive repair was for a more serious engine fault.
It ended up costing WarrantyWise a bonkers £13,994 to put right. That's more than half what a brand new Ford Ranger costs. The previous generation Audi A7 takes 13th place on this list with a score of 33 out of 100 according to WarrantyWise's data. The most common issue with these cars is to do with the fuel injectors, and it costs an average of £2,431 to fix.
The most expensive repair WarrantyWise recorded for an Audi A7 was for a gearbox fault.
That cost a whopping £11,222 to put right. 12th place goes to the Mercedes S-Class. The latest model is too new to go into the list, but WarrantyWise's data covers the previous generation and the one before that, which scored a combined 32.8 out of 100 for reliability. The most common issue with these cars is to do with their electrical systems, and it costs £1,423 on average to fix. That's enough cash to go out and buy a 20-year-old S-Class. Trust me, I've done it. And if you click on the banner that should be just appearing in the top right hand corner of your screen, you'll be able to watch my head-to-head video of 3 luxury second-hand barges. Anyway, back to more modern S-Classes, and the most expensive fault according to WarrantyWise was an engine problem. This particular car needed a jaw-dropping £16,277 in parts and labour to fix. So far this list has been full of big cars and a pickup truck. However, the 11th place goes to the Peugeot RCZ. You know, the weird-looking coupe with a big arse. This unusual two-door scored 32.2 out of 100 in WarrantyWise's research. It turns out the most common issue with these cars is to do with the turbocharger, which costs £1,040 on average to fix.
The most expensive repair bill was for an engine issue that cost £6,593 to fix.
Hang on, how are these numbers less than the Mercedes S-Class in 12th place? Remember, these rankings take into account the probability of a car developing a fault as well as the repair costs, and the Peugeot was more likely to suffer a fault than the Mercedes. Make sense? Anyway, on to 10th place, and this goes to the BMW M5. This includes the older examples of the current F90 generation and the previous F10 generation model. Together, they scored a combined 30.8 out of 100. WarrantyWise found that the most common M5 issue related to the fuel system, and on average, it cost £2,125 to put right.
The most expensive repair for an M5 was much more serious, though.
It was an issue with one of the car's timing chains, and that cost £10,129 to fix. Japanese cars have an impressive reputation for being really reliable. This isn't always the case though, because 9th place on this list goes to the Mazda CX5. The current car and the previous generation car scored a combined 29.6 out of 100 for reliability in Warranty Wise's research. They found the most common issue with these cars relates to the turbocharger, and on average it costs £1,784 to mend. The most expensive fault on a Mazda CX5 which Warranty Wise had to pay out on was for an engine fault, which costs £5,777 to put right. This car has a lower average repair bill than the BMW M5 in 10th place, but one of the reasons it gets a worse reliability score is because Warranty Wise found there was more chance of a CX5 going wrong. Who'd have thought it? The next car on the list is the previous generation Bentley Continental GT, which takes 8th place with a reliability score of 29.1 out of 100. This is actually a huge improvement over the GT's performance in Warranty Wise's 2020 survey, where they ranked it as the most unreliable used car you could buy then. Just like in that survey, the most common fault was to do with the car's electrical system. This is becoming a common theme with luxury cars on my list now, isn't it? Anyway, these issues cost £2,237 on average to fix on the Bentley Continental GT.
That's a lot, but it's much less than the most expensive repair recorded by Warranty Wise.
That related to one car's turbocharger, and that cost £6,227 to put right. Next up is the Audi Q7, specifically the first generation model and the pre-facelifted version of the current Q7. These cars got a combined reliability score of 25.7 out of 100. The most common issues with these SUVs are electrical, and on average they cost £1,345 to fix. The most expensive issue Warranty Wise recorded for a Q7 is much more serious, and it related to the engine camshafts. These control when the valves open to let air in and exhaust gases out of the engine, so they're pretty important. All in, this problem cost £8,719 to put right. In 6th place is the previous generation Porsche Kn. This car managed a reliability score of 24.9 out of 100 according to Warranty Wise's data. This car has similar underpinnings to the older Audi Q7, so it isn't too surprising that they both suffer from common faults with their electrical systems. On average, the repair bill for the Kn was a bit more than that for the Audi Q7. On average, it cost Warranty Wise £1,496 to sort everything out. It's not all bad news though.
The Porsche's most expensive repair bill was for an engine fault that cost £6,360 to put right.
5th place on the list goes to another sporty SUV, and yet another German one, the BMW X6. The current model is too new to be included in this survey, so this data only covers the previous generation and the very first X6, which scored a combined 23.6 out of 100. The average repair bill for these cars came to £2,079, and the most common fault was a suspension issue.
The most expensive repair came to £9,613 to fix a faulty fuel system.
That's the second BMW on my list with a faulty fuel system. I wonder if there's a theme developing here. Anyway, 4th place on the list goes to another premium German car, the Porsche Panamera. I'm specifically talking about the first generation model and old versions of the current car. Together, they scored 23.4 out of 100. Surprise, surprise, it's yet another case of luxury cars with common electrical issues. In the case of the Panamera, the average cost to sort out any of these issues was £1,617. The most expensive issue on a Panamera that was on Warranty Wise's books was for a faulty timing chain, which cost £10,785 to put right. Now we come to the top 3, or should that be the bottom 3? Anyway, 3rd place goes to the first British car on the list, a Range Rover Sport. I'm not talking about the brand new model, that car's only just been revealed. This data includes older versions of the previous generation Range Rover Sport and the very first model that was on sale until 2013. Together, they scored 23.1 out of 100 in Warranty Wise's reliability survey. The most common problems with these cars is to do with their suspension, and the average repair bill for a Range Rover Sport according to Warranty Wise was £1,767. Now that's not too bad compared to some other cars on this list.
But wait until you hear the most expensive repair bill.
It was an engine issue and it cost £22,358 to fix. The second most unreliable car on this list is the BMW M3. Again, I'm not talking about the latest car, that's too new. I mean the previous F80 generation and the earlier E90 models. These old M3s scored just 21.4 out of 100 for reliability. The most common issue, according to Warranty Wise, is to do with their electrical system, specifically the throttle body, and the average repair cost for an M3 was £2,123. Sounds like a lot?
But wait until you hear the most expensive repair bill.
That was £12,115 to fix a car's gearbox. Now, if you want to see my in-depth video review of the new BMW M3, click on the pop-out banner which should be appearing in the top right-hand corner of the screen now. If you can't see that, there is a link to that video in the description too. Finally then, we come to the most unreliable used car you can buy, and yes, it is the previous generation Range Rover with a reliability score of just 20.2 out of 100. The average repair bill wasn't too pricey at just £1,607, and the most common problems were all electrical faults. But one particular car had an electrical issue that was so severe it needed £23,890 worth of parts and labour to put it right. I've had a look at a few online ads, and you could actually buy a whole previous generation Range Rover for that, though that may well need fixing as well.
I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you click on those windows there, you can watch some more videos. And if you click on that box there, you can go to CarWow to see how much money you can save on your next car. Thanks for watching.